What's good, everyone? So I think with the Agility Super Strike Vegeta unit, when I did it the other day, quite a few of you guys requested this Kid Vegeta Super Strike unit to be showcased as well. I had already planned on doing this, just a matter of waiting for the event to come back, so it did yesterday, and got the footage edited and whatnot. Let's just go through the stats and cover the unit real fast, and then we'll go into the details. So again, this is the Extreme Agility Super Strike Kid Vegeta unit. Leader skill is Agility Type +3 Key HP attack. HP and attack increase of 30%. Super attack will cause extreme damage to enemy, but don't let the extreme fool you, because with the right support units and the right rotations, this guy can hit like a truck. The passive skill is an attack increase of 50% when performing a super attack, and then in terms of links, you're looking at Saiyan Warrior Race 700 to attack. Prodigies is 10% increase to attack. Saiyan Lineage is +1 key, Royal Lineage is +1 key, Super Strike is 20% increase to attack, and Bombardment is another 15% increase to attack. This unit falls into 3 categories: Pure Saiyans, Vegeta's Family, and Boys and Girls. For this showcase, you're going to see this guy on the Vegeta's Family category, and pretty much throughout the video that's the format. At 100% potential, you're looking at HP of 9,551, attack of 10,497, and defense of 7,034. 12 Ki Multiplier is 130%. Again, this unit is the Super Strike event unit, and it's quite an old unit. And I don't know, for some reason, like recently with the new addition of categories, I really wanted to test some of these older units. And, you know, this is one that I've kept in mind for quite some time. I did get requests about this unit from time to time, but it seems like with the showcase for the Super Strike Vegeta unit, a lot of you guys wanted to see it. Which, by the way, I did also include that Agility Super Strike Vegeta unit on this video as well, to pair him up with the Kid Vegeta unit, because they do share, at least at the minimum, the Super Strike and Bombardment link skill. That is, you know, just 2 link skills alone, that is 35% total to attack. However, in the first slot, you are going to see the text Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta pretty much throughout the whole video, just because not only does that passive provide 30%, there are some additional link skills that they do share, but also the fact that Vegeta, upon super attack, will increase allies' attack by 30% as well. So we're looking to maximize the output for the Kid Vegeta unit as much as possible. In order to do that, it's all about having the tech Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta make sure to get a super attack in most cases when possible. So that's pretty much the format of this unit. And again, this Super Strike unit only has extreme damage for the super attack capabilities, or damage multiplier, whatever you want to call it. However, at the same time, excuse me, like I said, you know, with the right supporting units and the rotation, this guy is actually quite surprising for how old this unit actually is. Again, similar to the Agility Super Strike Vegeta unit that I did the other day. Again, I was pretty surprised at this unit's output overall, with, you know, the recent additions of units as well as a new category. I mean, the Vegeta's Family category does provide a pretty high boost, 170% increased attack for the category applied units, so it's quite up there. And again, you'll see some situations like right now where you have the Easy A Rage Trunks in the mix as well. Even though it's only a 30% increase to attack from the passive, you could technically put Kid Vegeta in the 3rd slot and pretty much get the 2 guys to get a super attack to really get the output up there. But just to keep it, you know, in the same rotation, pretty much kept him in the middle slot. So even with that said, you know, you're looking at 614,000 without the crit against Omega Shenron. That's actually a pretty good output overall. And then in this case, we'll see how Vegeta does, and then we'll see how the Kid Vegeta does. And again, Tech Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta did not get a super attack in this case, so you're not looking at that additional attack increase from the super attack. But with that in mind, obviously 189,000 is still pretty low without the crit, but at the same time, Shenron does have pretty good defense compared to some of the different enemies you do face in the boss battle you know, sections. So it's still a pretty good number. I mean, if you think about it, with the crit, you're looking at about 300,000-ish in terms of, you know, damage against this guy. So, it's still pretty good. I mean, just to put it in perspective, as you saw just there, the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta unit without the crit only hit for about 464,000. So, that kind of puts it in perspective a little bit better. Alright, let's see how these two units do. I think Kid Vegeta is pretty much going to take care of business. I mean, 949,000 damage potential or attack stat potential. That's, like literally 51,000 short of a million. That's actually pretty phenomenal for how old this unit is. And again, for those that remember, these Super Strike units were really used more or less, with the LR Goku grind and LR Frieza grind and whatnot. Back then, for those unaware, and for those that have been around for a while, probably remember, but there was a team cost limit. And then like the you could only bring in Super Strike units with the LR Goku grind. I mean, it is quite ridiculous of a grind. I mean, things are much easier than they used to be, and that's for a good thing. But LR Goku was definitely a difficult unit to actually get to basically 100% potential, just because that 777 metal grind was actually quite difficult at the time. I mean, those events required you to actually use items every time. So, things have changed quite a bit, but I mean, this really kind of says so in a way too, with the two Super Strike units hitting for what they are. I mean, it's quite phenomenal how much a difference that new units that get improved upon or brand new units introduced to the game can really help some of the older units, especially with the new categories. So, it's quite insane how some of these units are. And I don't know if I'm going to test every single Super Strike unit throughout the game in the recent games meta to so to speak, but maybe eventually I'll go around testing all of them. But we'll see what the deal is for now. At least this unit is one of those units I wanted to test for quite some time, so that's really what it comes down to. And again, a lot of you guys wanted to see this, so hopefully you guys are pleasantly surprised with the overall performance. I certainly was when I saw it. Again, it is 130% 12 Ki Multiplier and only extreme damage, so a lot less modifiers than a lot of the newer units in the game. Of course, this unit isn't going to hit nearly anywhere close to any free-to-play, like the best free-to-play units, like for example, like the free-to-play EZA, Goku, and Blue Vegeta. Those units are on the newer side, and they definitely hit for a lot more. However, they're much better. Even on paper, they're much better. Performance-wise, they're just flat out much better. But at the same time, it is still pretty impressive that Kid Vegeta can still produce this amount of damage capability. I mean, 841,000 against Angel Golden Frieza is certainly no joke. I mean, yes, he is getting a lot of help from, some of the supporting casts in the rotation, but at the same time, I think it all works itself out because you really do have to consider how old this unit is. So at the end of the day, I think it's okay. It balances things out a little bit, brings things a little bit more current, and yeah, that's pretty much the format with that. I will say, for those that haven't finished up the EZA for the Tech Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and Rage Trunks, certainly do so. Even without any dupes, they're such great support units in their relative categories that it's just worthwhile just to have them in the rotation. I mean, even in Vegeta's family category, for example, like, yes, Bura is a very good supporting type unit. She does have the the ability to evade attacks and all that stuff, but this Vegeta unit by far is much better. I mean, just overall balance of the unit is just much better choice when it comes to team building. So even without any dupes, it's certainly worthwhile to go through the grind and make sure to get to level 140 fully easy-aid. It's just the right thing to do. I mean, just go ahead and do that now, because chances are you will end up pulling dupes for this unit anyway, either of them. So that's my advice. Go ahead and get grinding if you haven't done so. Alright, so back to the Kid Vegeta unit. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Pretty surprised? Is this pretty much what you expected? You kind of saw what to expect, or a little bit. with the strike unit Vegeta. You know, when I did the showcase the other day, I guess it kind of provides a little bit of a glimpse of what some of these units can do with the right setups. But you know, Kid Vegeta has definitely got a 10% higher percentage boost toward attack with the passive. I can't remember if the 12 Ki Multiplier is the same. I feel like it was the same at 130%, but it definitely does seem like a pretty good unit. Now, there are plenty of units that are much better than this unit at this point, but you know, for those that are curious and you know wondering how it was, is pretty much the video for that. So again, I always do appreciate you guys watching. I will be working on a couple more videos today, and hopefully it'll be, you know, another entertaining type of content. So again, I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll check you guys out later.